A Grand Rapids metal fabrication business is working to get back up and running after a major fire at their facility on Alpine Avenue last night.
News 8's Duncan McLean is live there with how things are going now. Duncan.
Susan, George, we're live outside of Grand Rapids Iron and Steel, which, believe it or not, despite the damage you can see behind me, is open and serving customers this morning, just like they have since 1947 at this location. We even spoke to one brewery owner who is building his industrial kitchen right now and showed up this morning looking for some materials, not knowing what had happened at all at this fire site last night. They still were able to get him the materials he needed to continue working on that commercial kitchen this morning. The damage is most significant here in the front of the facility, which the owner tells us is their welding and plasma cutting facility, but a lot of their capability is in the back of the building and was relatively untouched by this massive fire. It's a much more positive outcome than we or the owner expected based on the size of the fire that we covered last night and the plume of smoke that rose above downtown Grand Rapids. The owner told us he could see it as he was driving in after getting a call about the fire last night from the highway.
One of my employees that was here called me, "Fire, it's bad, it's bad." And I'm like, he might be overreacting. I call my brother who was just up the street. He comes back and he calls, "It's really bad." And then I knew. So I was driving into town and then I could see the smoke for miles. I'm like, this is not good.
Customers continue to file into the facility this morning. We actually just saw one embrace the owner for a hug today as they show support for this longtime Grand Rapids institution and hope that they can get their hands on some metal products to continue whatever work they're doing today. In terms of the future, they're still waiting for the insurance adjuster to come by this morning and really get a grip on exactly how significant the damage was. But the owner told us that they should be back up and running at full capacity within a week or two because they have another facility in town that has some plasma cutting and welding capabilities. A much more positive outcome than we expected despite the significant size of that fire last night. We've got a lot more coverage from the site, including some sound from those customers who were coming in this morning. You can hear that tonight on News 8 at 4, 5, and 6. Live in Grand Rapids, Duncan McLean, News 8.